Welcome once again to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Now, I really want us to talk, and I would like us to now just have a deeper conversation. Let us not try to look at anything. These politicians, they normally think that we Kenyans or we citizens are very stupid. That is what I can say. Because the way they take us, they take us as if we are fools, that we don't know what is going on. We don't know that they are only after their gain. They pretend as if they care about us Kenyans or as citizens, but what they care about is their own selves. They are of more of self-interest than the interest of Kenyans. I'm saying this because, of course, I agree that Peter Salasya is someone who is loved. He's been working. He's working so hard. He's very smart. But why complain? Like, I've heard Peter Salasya complaining that he has been removed from the parliamentary committee. What is parliamentary committee has to do with the development? Yesterday, Ndini Nyoro yesterday was kicked out as a chair of the budget and appropriation committee. Ndini Nyoro hajaongea. In fact, Nyoro has not said anything concerning him being kicked out. Perhaps maybe if he talked about it, but he did not blame anybody. He has not blamed anybody that he was kicked out. But Peter Salasya today is not like, I normally tell you that I'm not like defending anybody. But truth be told, why try so hard to gain popularity by talking about someone? Is Raila Odinga even a member of parliament? How is Raila getting involved in this committee? Of course, we know that everybody hates Raila. I also don't love him because he is a scam. Raila is a scam. Raila is I can say that is a sellout. But we cannot take advantage of someone simply because we feel or we think that now that this person is bad. Now if anything happens in our life bad, but if anything negatively happens in our life, or maybe something that we do not expect to happen in our life happens, we blame it on someone.
To address this to the nation, I was removed from the committee, regional integration, and placed in the committee of it's called broadcasting and library services, and then I was also taken to welfare and mambo ya chakula cafeteria, and removed me from that. That one shows that what Raila is telling the people, that is consulting, that man is a selfish man. I'm telling you, he's a selfish man. Kenyans should tell Raila, fuck off. Because that man has already sealed the deal with Ruto. They have already sealed the deal. Now he's moving around trying to... We want to tell Raila that your days where you used to create tension and people used to guess your political moves and say that what is Raila planning? There's no plan. We know you. I remember before we started that meeting, we started that meeting called Mandamano ya Sufuria. We called us, the members of parliament of Western, and we sat with you in Karen, tukaanza kuongea, and we asked you very clear, what do you want us, what is the end game before we start this mandamano? And that is where we went to Migori, we went to Busia, and I went to Mombasa, I went to Kilifi, I went to Narok, Kajiado, Nairobi. Here we were there, we were being tear gassed, and he told us that he was very clear that he wants talks with Ruto. That is what he always wants. Raila will never have any interest with Kenyans at all. So if it is there, and that is why, if he's saying that, why are we being removed from these committees? Number one, it's showing that the parliament is not independent. That is being colonized, is being operated from a certain point. We want to tell them that they have removed people like us from those committees. Wakuje tumewachia committee. Kwani mtatufanya aje? And it will not stop me from delivering. With the CDF, we can still develop the constituency. The We can still develop the constitution. And I want to tell those members of parliament that they think that by removing us from those committees, they will defeat me in terms of development. It will not happen, because I'm a good planner. With the citizen, with the CDF that is there, and with the good management and supervision, we will still to be among the top performers in this country. And we must have a constitutional reforms whereby the independence, we must bring back the independence. The political parties should not have what this called the ODM. It's frustrating. The maybe have been removed. They have brought their people. Alafu anasema ati broad-based mafia. Na hiya inshitui mimi, as long as I am working with the people, wakule pesa ya dani, wakule watembea sasa tumerudi. Umerudi kufanya nini? Kunyanyasa wa Kenya. And we will keep telling the government whether they remove her. In fact, hatuna haja hata staki committee na bwana inanilisha ama inafanya nini, si wabaki nayo. So we are going, if there is any constitutional amendments that needs to have, or the standing orders, to make sure that the moment the parliament should be independent from political interference, so that if you're being chosen on the basis of qualification, number one, be chosen on the basis of where you come from, so that if it's in Bamboya, Miwa, you can be able to represent the people in the Ministry of Agriculture and others. Or if it's finance, you are a qualified financial analyst like me, I'm a BCom and whatever. So those are the things that we have to address. And I want to ask the members of ODM, nyinyi ni watu platfucking, because number one, you are given the powers by the court to take over the majority side. We stood with you, but you turned against us. Anyone who's still believing in Raila, that he has any interest in Kenyans and ODM, and we're going to finish ODM in Kakamega and Western. And I want to say this, and it's going to be very serious about this thing. After all, I don't care. After all, we are with the people. Ati mimi ni muanga sijui wa namba 15. Wewe hakuna yo. Kwenda huko.
Let these politicians stop this. Okay, that is why I've asked that what is this parliamentary committee has to do with the development? Because Peter Salasya has been doing development using the CDF's money. All along, Peter Salasya is one of the most, in fact, he was number 5. One of the most performing members of parliament in this country. He was ranked number 5. So why is it that Peter Salasya normally finds it very, very easy? The other time he said that Raila is not helping him with anything. If Raila is not helping you with anything, then why try so hard to go viral with Raila's videos? You know, every now and then anything happens, you bring Raila on the table, you bring Raila in. The people that I know are supposed to blame Raila completely are the Gen Zs. Because they told Raila Odinga to sit back. Don't come in. Allow us to do this demonstration, and then after that, we see what next. Because you fought for this nation for a very long time. But Raila Odinga betrayed them. Peter Salasya, let me say that there is nowhere Raila Odinga betrayed you. Raila Odinga betrayed Gen Zs, and you are not a Gen Z. You have to understand that. So this narrative of these politicians wanting to take advantage of others, or now they, you know, I realize something, that these politicians wants to take advantage of the Gen Z's actions for their own gain. So let me ask you, you've been in that committee for all that while. What has that committee done, helped you to do to the Gen Z's? You are blaming Raila Odinga that he's the person that made you to be kicked out of the committee. That committee, you've been that, in fact, nobody knew that you were in the committee until you were kicked out. We didn't know that you were in that committee until now you were kicked out. Now, when things are messed up is when you are making us understand that you have been in a committee and now you have been taken into a different committee of cafeteria. So you are like a Luya who has been taken into a Muluya mwenye mpelekwa jikoni na ye Muluya mwenyewe hapendi chakula. Sasa unaanza kulia kwa sababu umetolewa pale ambapo ulikuwa unataka ukapelekwa jikoni. Does it really make sense? You know, some of the things that happen, I normally feel like irritated because of what these leaders are doing. They want to take advantage of others. They want to take, and I say this, I normally say this, and I will keep on saying this. These politicians, there is nothing they can do without taking advantage of the Gen Zs. You took advantage when the Gen Zs demonstrated. That is when you also came out that you are with the Gen Zs. That these people that are not with the Gen Zs now, you feel like they are not Kenyans. These people have been in politics more than you. Of course, and I've told you that Raila is also a scam, because he has been in politics for a very long time. There is nothing constructive that we can say that Raila Odinga has done. But that one should not give these young politicians room to be talking about, to be taking their excuses, or maybe to be taking their failures, to be carrying their failures to give to Raila. You failed, maybe something is happening in your constituency, Raila Odinga. You've been removed from the committee, Raila Odinga. Something has been done to you, Raila Odinga. Let us stop that narrative. Let us try on how we can work for Kenyans, because right now what Kenyans need, we need change. We are tired of this politics of blame. Like we don't want to hear you blaming anybody. You do your work, you do your politics. Stop blaming anybody. Stop blaming people. Like, what if that Raila Odinga is not in Kenya right now? What if Raila Odinga is dead right now? Who will you blame? Because I feel like these politicians, you know what is funny is that I've told you that Ndindi Nyoro was removed. Ndindi Nyoro was the chairman of the Budget and Appropriation Committee, was removed, has not complained. Now Peter Salasya is being removed. What is wrong with this guy? I've told you that, of course, we know that people knows you. You normally go viral. Anything you do, you are a very funny member of parliament. But stop behaving as if you are not a leader. Behave like one of these leaders. Don't, you'll make us start now putting you in the same class with the Kimani Chungwa. Someone who you are beyond his class. But now you want to degrade yourself to that level, a level of blame game. Before you blame anybody, you've been working. Show us what that committee has been helping you to do to Kenyans, to your people. It is not that now when you are kicked out of that committee, that is when now we know that, oh, kumbe Peter Salasya alikuwa kwa committee. Now, hiyo committee imefanya kazi gani? But on a serious note, I don't even know what this committee has been doing for Kenyans. If maybe at all you know what this committee has been doing to us, to you, maybe you can tell me in the comment section. But for me, my dear friends, I don't know. After all, guys, that is all I have for today. Until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Awino. Bye-bye.